February is Black History Month. I've heard many people from the Black community say that they are tired of being the ones to educate others on the dynamics of race. Discussion can be a beginning, but what humanity needs is action, and this action must be personal. My name is Kiai Kim, and I am a person of Asian descent. In 2020, I made a decision to actively repent of my own racist behaviors. That decision began because of a conversation I had with a close friend, a Black woman who I will refer to as Jada. Despite our friendship lasting over 20 years, and despite it being a deeply spiritual friendship, I fail to recognize that Jada's experience as a Black person has been traumatic. Changing racist behaviors isn't easy. I'm recording this nearly 4 years after deciding to change, and I still have work to do. We cannot stop trying to recognize our own implicit biases. Implicit bias is an attitude or a behavior that is influenced by subconscious beliefs. These beliefs are often in denial of facts. For example, some people don't believe that the Black community is more often mistreated than other communities by the police. I also wrongly believed this. After George Floyd was unjustly killed under police custody, I very innocently said to Jada, "I'm glad New York isn't like this." Jada painstakingly took the opportunity to point out my ignorance. She told me her story in detail of being unlawfully and savagely detained by a New York City police officer. Jada also said, "This isn't the first time I told you my story." She had told me years before. When she said this, I was so embarrassed. My statement about New York was not only false, it also reflected my own denial of the truth. Racial injustice happens everywhere, especially among Black and Indigenous communities. I'm still embarrassed how wrong I was to believe that racism wasn't so bad in New York. But I was mostly embarrassed because I had failed to support my friend when she needed my support the most. We cannot let fear or embarrassment stop us from learning this important lesson that none of us are free of implicit bias. We all need to get past our fragility and allow the stories of others to teach us, especially the stories of those who are not like us. It takes strength to be humble and accept our fragility, but what we gain in understanding far outweighs a moment of discomfort. Learn about your own implicit bias and don't wait until the next History Month. Take the Harvard Implicit Bias Test. Learn from others how to show appreciation for another race without appropriation. What that means is, don't just place yourself among another culture. Learn more about it first before you do or say something that's inappropriate. And if you see others trying to let go of their biases, give them some grace. Changing something we have a hard time seeing is hard to do. Jada forgave me. I hope we can all forgive each other.